Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Courtney Ryan, and today we're going to be reacting to a TikTok. So we're going to watch together, reconvene, and I will tell you what I think per usual. So let's get into it.
Girls think that they want to date a high value man until he starts calling you out for not taking responsibility, before he starts holding you accountable, before he has higher standards for you than you have for yourself. Everyone talks about, oh, date a high value man. This is what you do to have to attract a high value man. But I've never heard anyone talk about like actually dating a high value man takes a totally different kind of woman. It's not for the weak. I have other friends who are dating like very loving, very successful, perfectionist, ambitious men, and it is not for the weak.
Before I even say anything else, I want to kick off this video by saying, am I the only one who is just so fatigued by all this terminology like high value, alpha, beta, all the stuff like that? I know she didn't say alpha, beta, anything like that, but even high value, I don't know, I'm so fatigued by it. If any of you feel the same way, let me know down in the comments. But I also think so many people just have a completely different idea of what this even is, of what high value even means. To some women, like myself, it's a great man who has integrity, who's kind, who has standards, who's husband material. To other women, it might be a guy who's financially successful, and that is the one and only requirement, which is certainly not high value to me. So I think that can really make an impact here on how you view the situation. So I just wanted to clarify that going in. But honestly, I'm so glad that a woman is talking about this and being transparent, because I think a lot of people just don't know what it is that they're even asking for or what they want in a partner. They think they know what they want, but I don't believe that they necessarily always have the full picture. And for the guys who are watching, I think this could be something that you think about and reflect on for yourself and for your relationship or future relationships as well. And I will say I do believe that she's right, and I'll do my best to explain. Essentially, girls think they want to date a high value man or great man or whatever you want to call it until they realize that that means that they need to be high value too, or wonderful women too. I think the same can be true for men who think that they want a great woman but don't realize that that also means that they have to step up to the plate and be the kind of man that that woman would want to be with as well. This is absolutely happening on both sides. I think the reality is that most great men want to be with great women too. Or at least they should, because they know that the woman they choose to marry is the most important decision that they will ever make in their entire life. So you better choose wisely. Again, I would say the same thing about great women here. So in the video, she said he starts calling you out for not taking responsibility. He starts holding you accountable, and he has higher standards for you than you have for yourself. And she said it is not for the weak. And I think the powerful thing about being with someone who is great or high value, whatever you want to call it, who has standards, boundaries, who has integrity and self-discipline. I could continue to list off positive attributes forever here, but the great thing about that is that it can make you better too. And I think it is so important to be with someone who challenges you, who helps hold you accountable, and who pushes you to be better. I think there are far too many people who expect a partner to give them absolutely everything or to check every single box that they have for the person they want to be with, while bringing nothing or none of those things that were on their checklist to the relationship themselves. You have to be someone that the person you want to be with would want to be with too. And I think that right there is one of the biggest disconnects that I'm seeing with dating today, is that people have these laundry list of requirements and a checklist of everything that they want in another person and all of these needs that this other person is supposed to fulfill, which can be unhealthy in itself, because a lot of the things that we're looking for in a partner or expecting our partner to do or to be, or these expectations that they should live up to, are just unrealistic. Not all of them. I've done videos about this. I'm not saying that every single requirement that a woman has for a man is unrealistic or vice versa. I don't think that's true. But I think a lot of the things that we're expecting out of our partners today are unrealistic. So the problem starts there, but I think it becomes even worse when we don't even have the things that we're expecting our significant other to have or to bring to the relationship. And I don't want to make this seem entirely transactional, but I do think adult relationships and romantic relationships are conditional, and you should bring value into your relationship that is going to make you and that other person's life better in the process. I just think there are a lot of people who don't really know what a healthy relationship looks like, whether that's because they've never been in one themselves or they've never seen any online because maybe they're stuck in a negative content trap. Maybe none of their friends or family have modeled what a healthy, happy relationship looks like. But from my personal experience, I think it does look like holding each other accountable and wanting each other to be better. And not only wanting to be better together, but also individually. I really do believe the better you become individually, the better you become for everyone in your life as well. When I, Courtney Ryan, am doing better as an individual, I'm a better wife, I'm a better daughter, I'm a better friend, I'm a better YouTube host. So I think this is really important and something that should be happening when you're in a healthy relationship. Your partner should challenge you. You should be making each other better, enhancing each other's lives, working through conflict together. I'm not saying it's always going to be perfect or sunshine and rainbows, but I do think when you're with a wonderful, great, high value partner, whatever you want to call it, you become a better you. If you're someone who has a lot of those positive attributes that I mentioned earlier on in the video, it's normal for you to want to surround yourself with people who are doing the same things for their own life. They say that you're most like the 5 people that you surround yourself with the most. So because of that, I choose very wisely who I let into my circle, who I hang out with, who I give my energy and my time to. Your role models, the people you surround yourself with, the people that you're in romantic relationships with, the content that you consume online, it all matters and it all makes a difference. So with all that being said, I know I kind of went on a rant down some different rabbit holes here, but I think what she said is absolutely right, and I think it's actually healthy. And this is just another reason why I think it's so important to understand that you have to be the kind of person that the person you want to be with would want to be with too. And to just make sure that you're holding yourself accountable, being realistic, and holding yourself to the same standards that you're demanding or requiring from a partner. And I've done videos where I go more in depth about that, so I'll link those below for you if you want to check them out, just so I don't go on forever here. At the time of filming this video has 1.8 million views. Of course, the top comment is, "I think you mean rich guy." To me, high value does not automatically mean rich or has a lot of money. There are so many men out there who are rich and successful and doing very well in the finance department who I would personally not consider high value at all. Let's see, someone said she's basically saying that she can't handle a high value man. I really didn't have negative feelings about her while I was watching. I think she was just being transparent and honest, not necessarily saying she can't handle it, but just that it's a wake-up call for a lot of people, again, because so many people do not have the tools or the skills or the requirements that are needed to be in a healthy relationship. And for a lot of people, that's something that you have to learn through your own experience, obviously, but I think it's nice that people are honest and giving people a sliver of what it's like to be in a healthy relationship and what to expect, because a lot of people just don't know what that looks like. She said, "A relationship that is growth-minded requires partners who are able to communicate what their individual goals look like, communicate their standards, and hold each other accountable for what each person says they want to achieve." Yes. If you want a relationship that is continually growing, you have to be able to be held accountable and also to hold yourself accountable. It's not necessarily your partner's job to hold you accountable, but I think they can be incredibly helpful for your journey and your process. My husband and I hold each other accountable all the time. For example, say my husband and I wake up in the morning and we say to each other, "We're going to go to the gym today. We're going to go together after we're done working." And then later in the day rolls around, we've both had long days, we're tired. We look at each other and we're like, "Oh, I don't really want to go to the gym." But if one of us steps up to the plate and says, "We told ourselves we were going to go. Let's go." We go. I think it is so helpful to be with someone who has self-discipline, who can help you follow through. And when you do it as a team, it does make it a lot easier. I'm not saying it's their job to make you go, and it's certainly not healthy if they're forcing you to go. But I think having a partner that holds you accountable and helps you stick to your goals and what you say that you want is powerful. This says, "Girls don't want a high-value man. They want a high-value trick." They don't want a high-value man. They want the high-value life. Yeah, if you want a certain life for yourself, I think you have to hold yourself to those standards. Again, be the person that the person you want to be with would want to be with too. They just want a high-value bank account. There are women out there who see things in a very transactional way, and that's all that they're looking for. But that is not all women. So I don't want that to scare you, okay? There are women out there who want to be with a wonderful man who has all of those positive qualities that I mentioned earlier in the video. And to me, that is high value. It has nothing to do with how much money is in your bank account. This girl said, "Ma'am, I am dating a high value man. I am overwhelmed by the attention, but also I felt called out. He made me learn a lot of new things very fast and I love it. I'm tired, but it's worth it. He will hold you to the same standard he holds for himself. It's humbling and rewarding." Someone else said, "The term high value man makes my skin crawl." Same. And the creator said, "Me too. I just don't have the creative capacity to make up a different name for a man who's amazing in every aspect." Taking responsibility and being accountable is the bare minimum, just being an adult. Yeah, but a lot of people don't know how to do that. And I think it all starts with you. When you learn how to take responsibility and hold yourself accountable and develop those skills for yourself, you will have so much more success in your dating life and your relationships. Because you've already done a lot of the work. This is a mature take. Someone said, yeah. This person said, too many girls think their looks alone will get them whatever they want. You know, your looks will get you to a certain extent, but what is in here and in here matters. It matters. And great men care about that. They want a woman who has substance, that brings more than just her looks. So again, I wanted to react to this because it went viral and I thought it was interesting. I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments. If you're a man watching, is this how you operate in relationships? Would love to hear if you agree or disagree. If you're a woman watching, have you had this experience dating great men? Would just love to hear all of your experiences down in the comments. Share some wisdom, perspectives, get a good conversation going down below. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Courtney Christine Ryan. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.